Doing the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and well, the whole gang is here. Some don't have a microphone yet.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
We can still
I was
hear.
sitting over here saying I'm missing something. I said it twice, and you didn't say that. So,
And it was-
anyways, I got it now.
Old microphone there. We can see you
All right,
almost
am
now.
I right? Okay.
How are you?
Greg gets
here.
a little closer to the TV on that one, don't he? Yeah, well-
I know you can't ever do it right. It's okay. Just come
He's
on.
got his chair up high so he
Yeah.
looks tall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. It is
5'13".
Friday morning. How's y'all's week been?
I made it here.
Barely.
Monday through
Yeah.
Thursday was good. You'll see about Friday.
Yeah, we made it. You know, it's
Just
gonna
like
be okay.
4 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
I know.
it's scary.
I know. I'm about to put in for some PTO time.
Where you
Scotty
headed
Ray.
this time?
I don't know. Here and there, a little everywhere.
Is it vacation or is it just you don't want to be here?
It's a little mix. Got some projects. You know, more details to come.
Gotcha, I gotcha. Now, and we want to be square about this the best we can. Is we do have severe weather lined up for this afternoon, anywhere from 1 to 10. Early parts of this show, the Meridian area has a 60% chance of rain today. We're at a level 3, sometime between 1 and 10. I'm not showing showers until at least 3 this afternoon. Then will kind of increase through the afternoon hours through tomorrow morning. Should be heavy 5-ish, have heavy rain through 10-ish, have a little break, and then come back with rain around 11 o'clock through noon, and then break by 2 o'clock as we get ready for the crawfish, Bud and Boilin downtown.
I think it starts at noon.
Yes.
Right, but Collinsville Day starts at bright and early 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
And so we've got rain forecasted. As far
Forecasted.
as far as we know, everything's still on. We've got in some text to see if any changes will be made or if it's rain come shine no matter what.
Yeah. Scotty Ray's done this to my events before, so I sympathize with everybody.
Oh, it's my fault.
He had the dates wrong. He thought full moon was
That's
tonight.
what it was. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Speaking of, when is full moon?
It's next Friday.
Okay,
So,
and next Friday, we're getting ready for that. We've got a ton of events coming. I got questions. Don't leave, because I've had people asking me questions to ask Julie about that.
She'll
Okay.
be here for at least an hour.
ish.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is Friday.
All right. I'll take your questions. I might not answer them. I'll listen to them.
Entertainment, who do we have coming?
I wasn't ready for this.
Okay, we'll talk about it
Yeah,
in a minute. You
'cause,
get your ducks in a row
yeah.
over there.
I am. It's.
Anybody
escaped
notice
me.
that Greg got a new shirt?
I really like
It's a
it. And
new
I feel
old
like
shirt.
He is trying to coordinate with me.
I had no clue, thank you. I mean, how do you coordinate with you? You don't never know where you're going to be here or not.
Yeah, but y'all do look like a pair of bookends.
I know. We should go to JCPenney and get some
That's
pictures
right,
taken.
that's
The
We could be in the
call it the
catalog.
softer side of Greg.
Oh, it is. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you
know.
very much. I thought about
You
it
get
this
that-
morning.
the Easter
as
Bunny bring you that?
Well, I was
He getting ready for Christmas in July on the Hallmark
sitting
channel.
in my recliner about 1 o'clock this morning, eating a rabbit and drinking a Diet Coke. And
I don't know if this is a true story or not right
It's a
now.
true story.
Eating
Reading
one of
a
them
rabbit?
marshmallows.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
It
Like,
was not a.
you are from Clark.
It was a chocolate rabbit. Thank you.
Like, I mean,
Send Bo Sivas out to go get a rabbit.
where I'm
That's
from,
like,
it could be a real rabbit, so that's why. Like, I don't
They
eat
are
dumplings at my
good.
Now, do
brother's
you do
house.
solid or do you do the hollow rabbit?
Whatever's in my basket's what I,
Whatever the Easter Bunny.
brings. This year it was a Russell Stouffer solid rabbit.
You do ear first?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
you gotta eat
okay.
the ears first.
Hey, I learned something very valuable yesterday. Do not tell the truth to a doctor. because all that does is get you another appointment. And it's best to just go, I feel wonderful. Can I go now?
So you got another one
I
coming.
got to go back. I admitted.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I sometimes get out of breath after taking hikes, and I admitted it, and so I got to go get checked out again. Dr. Haley said it was a must. And I
Do
thought,
they know how
I'm not
much you moved here today?
Well, Greg put this in layman's term. He says, "You're old."
We're 55 years old. I'm sorry. You're going to get short of breath.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does happen.
Where are these hikes?
To fire scenes and
Okay.
shootings.
Okay.
And, you know, uphill.
Wineman's and the truck stop.
Where you're going on the hikes? might
Walking
be
all
part
the
of
way down
problem,
that
too.
buffet line. Where you
Mexican
now?
restaurant.
That's tougher than you think there. You know, I passed by Western Sizzling, and I don't think they could have had one more car park in there yesterday. It was like, what was it, a buffet day or something?
That's every day.
I probably
they-
haven't been there I hadn't been
Long
there in
time?
a long time.
Well, everybody and their other cousin was there yesterday.
sir.
Good to know.
I couldn't help but notice that as I was out and about yesterday. It is when is our next holiday? We've got Run for the Wall coming up before long.
Memorial.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
this
You big
weekend.
dummy, how you keep forgetting?
I did.
You did. We brought this up twice in a row.
That's
and
this weekend, isn't it?
That's
Sunday.
a week from Sunday.
No, it's not this weekend.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Boy, it gives me a little
You're
bit more
supposed to
time.
have the lunch plans typically, is what
Yeah, you know, Mother's Day is.
they're not supposed to have to do
That
everything.
we're supposed to plant, and then Father's Day we're supposed to cook on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
since
we're your assistants like we always are. All you literally have to do is put it on, which I grill at my house.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've coughed in a long time. I'm allergic to you. Workers' comp, please.
Sound like distemper.
7 minutes
Better.
after the hour. Good morning to you, Scotty Ray and Odie. As we get the day underway, we'll be right back as we'll dive into what's been going on lately. What happened overnight? We had a streaker, y'all. We'll give
Another one?
a different one.
A
This ain't Naked
different
Man.
one. This is news
Don't
now.
look
Are they
at FO.
We're going to have Julia describe it from head to toe. That's next.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. And as we talked about, North Hills is just the place if you want to run nude. It is it. We
It's the
now go
strangest phenomenon.
to our reporter, Julia, who can describe this man from head to toe. What do you need to tell us?
I cannot, but I do know that Scotty Ray's clip art that he usually uses for Naked Running Man is not accurate because Naked Running Man is not a Caucasian. The Naked Running Man
Right.
is Caucasian, correct?
He is not
He is
Caucasian.
not.
Or not Caucasian. Okay, but this one last night was.
There's a white fella
So it's an imposter.
running down the street with
The
nothing.
Naked Running Man typically didn't have on shoes. Do we know if this one did?
I didn't get a description on his feet.
'Cause
No
that's-
one's eyes went that low because it was dark.
That's commitment. To go barefoot too?
Yeah.
Well, when you take the name Naked Man, you're taking that literal.
Well, was he running? Or was he just naked?
We're waiting, and I don't know if anybody knows the manager over at Firestone, but he sure liked to run through the parking lot last night. That's where, and I know they've got cameras.
Okay.
So
but do you think he was running?
Naked Man normally walks.
No, naked man runs fast. He's the fastest.
It's the fastest thing on 2 feet.
He'll hit the woods.
He can
barefoot.
be running. I'm not kidding. He can be running, and the police show up or somebody yell at him, and it's like a 10-speed bicycle that catches a different gear, and it just.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
You know
what was that? Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's something. I mean, it's just.
You've seen video. I have had tons and tons of video sent to me of Naked Man. Is there a problem over there?
All right, no. Okay.
No, so many directions we could go.
Yeah. It's too early in the morning on a family show.
All right.
But,
anyways, so
the guy last night.
This is not the Naked Man.
No, this was a white fellow last night with brown, dark hair, as described by numerous cars passing by Firestone going, there's a naked dude running there.
Well, we know it wasn't neither of you two. Well, I mean, the hair part.
The running part.
The running and the hair. So
it takes you out.
It was.
No word yet if he's been identified yet or why he was doing it.
We hadn't heard from Naked Woman.
Which she's in rehab, I think.
Oh,
good.
So we're not
for
going
her.
to hear from that.
Yeah, and Naked Woman does have some drug problems, I think.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, she's been up against the wall.
I got an idea. These naked guys has got some kind of problem. And who gets naked and runs around
naked
Firestone at 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, come on, people.
Real naked running man. I mean, he's got his own little issues.
Now, about a year ago, we had another naked white fella on Highway 39 by Hardee's.
Wow, what are we doing?
Well, I'm just telling you, this is just more common than y'all realize to run naked in the North Hills area. That is the place.
You're going to spur a bunch of imposters.
Sponsored by Ray Stevens.
But this guy, and I had full video of this, of where he stopped in front of the...
Congratulations.
In front of the police car was a guy that saw him running. He called, and he whips back around and parks in front where he could see where the police pull up to him, and he's standing naked in front of the police car looking at him, and he's got his dash cam recording it for us.
For the next 5 minutes, $19.95, and you can buy yourself a compilation of Naked Man.
But wait,
order now. The streaker will be concluded. No
but
extra cost.
The real Naked Man really is and truly is that he can't be hardly caught.
Yeah, he's extremely strong
elusive,
and fast.
Very elusive.
He could.
But they know who he is.
Yeah, they do know the name.
Well, he's
because,
aerodynamical then.
well, he got shot and was taken to the Clark County Jail with he was running naked and they couldn't catch him, and they started shooting at him over on 35th, and he got struck in the arm one night, and that did happen.
It just keeps going.
I keep crying.
And
It's just we could do a whole chapter on Naked Man.
or we could stop here.
Yeah.
Anything else y'all want to know?
Yeah,
I think we covered it.
What about
Unlike him?
And I have. I don't guess I've ever talked about this also, but there was a time that he made the mistake of passing to where some kids were playing, and there were about 9 adults with sticks that commenced to chasing him down the middle of the road.
Did they get him?
They did not. He outran
He's too
them.
fast.
that'll make a fella get some britches
and they did.
on.
They got upset. It was like a mob chasing him down the street. But he eluded once again. And what we would find out later about Naked Man is how, for years, he got away with this. Is he would hide it, and then people go, "Oh, he's got problems." He may,
I think
but he
does,
hides
yeah.
his clothes. But he hides his clothes. He would run naked and then have his clothes hidden and go put them back on and then blend in with everybody. And they go, "Well, there's no Naked Man here."
He'd come out looking for him too. Who y'all looking for?
It was clever. So, although there may be some issues, he's smart enough to know, I need to put my clothes back on so I won't go to jail. That was right until he got shot at.
Sound like he got hit too.
He did. Chief Deputy Barry White passed along that
That must
photo
have been
to us.
a really slow news day yesterday.
Well, just
we
getting
spent
the
10 minutes
headlines
on Naked Running Man.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
Well, we had a lot of gunfire last night as well. Let's go there. Anywhere And let's talk about this 8th Street, as we often have to talk about the North Highway 19 area. We had that happen last night. This would be anywhere west of Highway 19 to just east of 19 going up to College Park. And let me pull this. Boy, this is sometimes slower than usual as we look at this. Just didn't go as fast as I thought it would. Still not. As we go down here, let me pull this up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It didn't show. Hang on. I'm gonna put the camera on you since you're smart.
Stewart County, Tennessee deputies tased a naked running man yesterday, so I guess it's not just here.
Sounds like it hurt.
Oh.
What'd you do this week since he's not prepared for this little podcast?
I just worked all week. I mean, just glad it's Friday.
Oh, wait. Fireworks are coming up again.
July the 4th, trying to get ready.
That's
Working day
exciting.
and night. My 5th job.
Working day and night.
We would have gunfire on both sides of Highway 19 here as we look at this. Was in the 54th Avenue area here.
Popeyes.
2 or 3 times police had to be called out between Highway 80 and this area right along in here of gunfire. We would also have it east on this side of Highway 19, also on Valley Street. So it was multiple times that the police would respond to this. No one's hurt, no one was injured, but it was a lot of noise going on last night, without a doubt. So what did you want to talk about, Julia? You seem to have a...
I have nothing to talk about.
Let me ask something.
I have no
Put it
idea
on.
why I'm
Just
even
for
here.
the sake of argument,
Uh-huh.
I love art.
all the gunfire they talk about,
Right.
everybody assumes that when they hear gunfire, somebody is shooting at somebody, correct?
An assumption.
Yeah.
Who's to say some folks ain't just shooting up in the air 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to stir up trouble and to make things look worse than? And I'm
think a
just
lot
saying.
of it is.
I'm just saying.
Or some
Yeah.
of it is.
Because I don't, I'm not a bookie and I'm not from Las Vegas or nothing, but as many shots that's fired and as fewer people that's hit,
Or buildings or car. You think it hits something.
Go look at some rooftops in downtown Meridian.
I understand that, and I'm not saying
Keeps
I'm
y'all
just
in
saying,
business.
a blind fella could hit somebody as many times as they shooting. Do you
They do
think
do
that
that.
they're
Yeah.
just out there just shooting? Maybe they're drunk, maybe they're high, maybe they're on drugs. I don't know, but they're just out there shooting to be shooting.
That does happen.
And you know what I'm saying? But automatically, public goes, oh, there was gunfire. Oh, they were shooting. They might not have been shooting at each other.
So I'll hit something here too. A distraction. If you can shoot 5 or 6 times up in the air and get somebody to call 911, now you've got 2 of the 3 officers that's over there.
Yeah.
And now you can do some kind of criminal activity on this side of the town and not have to worry about police riding by.
That
it's
does
a little bit of
happen also.
everything. Yeah.
And bullets do come down. Somebody just
As we had one go through a
definitely.
hospital room, if y'all remember, not long ago, that was fired up by 5 Points or Acme Plaza up by Wesley House, and it would strike a hospital window.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning what they're doing. I'm
Correct.
just throwing a question in there. Are they really shooting at each other?
Well, if they were shooting at someone or something, you'd have more calls going, my house is hit, my car is hit, except a rooftop. Even Meridian Fire Department's gotten
The questions that I
damage from
always
bullets coming down.
have is, how are you up that late and still working somewhere
They
to be
don't.
able to
Working.
afford all of this ammunition? Because that stuff's expensive.
I don't think they
I'm
work a
being
whole
there
lot
was
there.
there was sarcasm
She's
right
being
there.
facetious over her.
But they're spending a lot of money. It ain't cheap.
No, there's not.
The one thing that was good yesterday happened. I was riding by and I couldn't help but Rush Hospital, or Oshner Rush, was out celebrating National Day of Prayer yesterday.
That's cool.
Also, we would notice that Baptist was doing it right around the corner. And then I couldn't help but notice we got this note that said, well, it wasn't happening because there was severe weather moving in. The Meridian one is going to be rescheduled. It was going to be held at City Hall. It was called off yesterday.
Okay. Well, you can still pray every day.
You sure can.
You don't you don't run out of those. So
Start your day off
You can
with
do it today and tomorrow too.
You can do it anywhere you want.
Every day is a day of prayer. That's
Yeah.
the
You're
way
driving down the road, you don't
But
have
I
to
do
close
think
your
it's
eyes.
great.
that's the way the day needs to start.
Yep, and it needs to end
That's
that way with a
exactly
few of them
right.
in between.
In this day and time, you need to be praying all day.
Yeah.
Odie's
agree.
considering being a monk.
We're not going to go quite that far.
He ain't got no white stripe down his back. Oh, wait, you said monk.
We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. The entire gang is here. It's Fun Friday. Anybody notice
fun.
Friday? Anybody notice Trump being in Alabama last night?
Ooh, boy, I
Heard
tell
and
you.
saw some of it.
Big crowd over there, and I would think that it was a long wait to get out with the security the way it was.
I'm sure.
I haven't spoken to anyone yet that it was actually in attendance there, but
They're still trying to leave.
Yeah.
imagine that was tough. They probably were there a few days scoping the area out to make sure everything was safe.
And was the students and parents was the only ones allowed to try and get in the facility itself, I believe.
Yeah.
But you know, I have to question all that. Say it's your uncle that you wanted to come see you. How do they?
I think they limit it to where for each graduating student you may only have like 4 tickets.
Yeah, you get a certain number of
pick
tickets.
who you want. to
That's
come
pretty
see.
common everywhere
It is.
now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not outside in a complete wide open auditorium that unlimited seats. You're inside with limited seats, and you got 3,000 people trying to graduate.
I don't know how many people does University of Alabama Stadium hold, Bear Bryant Field, whatever it's called.
Is that where they were?
That's what I assumed, that they were in the
I thought
stadium.
They were in some sort
So,
of.
I don't know,
They may have been.
150?
I don't
maybe.
know.
I just saw the close-up of Trump. I couldn't tell where it was.
Yeah,
there.
I didn't catch that either. Just that it was.
He was, but
In
you know, at
Alabama.
the end, I have to give him credit. Because he's good at remembering things, and he started naming off famous Alabamians.
Mm-hmm.
He went into Hank and many others that were from Alabama that made Alabama famous, and it was good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He talked about the SEC. He talked, it was good.
SEC just
He
means
kind of hammered Harvard and their
Yep.
Yes.
how much money they were getting from the United States government. He kind of laid that on thick too.
Told it how it was.
Yeah.
U.S. Mississippi, the Mississippi Supreme Court has sent down and said it's coming for a 1976 murder in the state of Mississippi. This would happen in Harris County. A banker's wife was
Harrison County?
Harrison County.
Yeah.
A banker's wife would be kidnapped in 1976, and she was killed. Finally, it is coming as we pull this up. This is the guy that is getting ready to be faced. June 25th is his deadline, his expiration. He's the longest that Mississippi has. 1976.
You're going to get me started.
You know, that's why don't Doge look at that right there on how much money
Why don't we
waste
fed
on
him?
that.
We fixed his teeth. We probably got him an education.
Oh, yeah, he's
and
probably a
all that.
doctorate in something.
There's a lot of that goes on. But and I truly don't understand how the system is so slow to move on things like this. And but that is happening in June. That will be coming up. We've seen a little bit.
If nothing else,
right?
Appeals, throw it out, throw it up, throw it in, something.
Florida had their 5th last night. He killed a girlfriend and her 2 children, and they made things right last night in Florida. Around 6 p.m., I think, is when all that happened.
I like
Texas got this.
I like Ron White
expressway.
talking about Texas. They got the express lane. You shoot somebody in Texas, we shoot back.
Yeah. But like that fella in Florida said, if you shoot at the sheriff over there, Grady something, he said he shot at us and we shot back an awful lot of times.
Yeah, the guy said, "Why did y'all shoot 38 times?" He said, "Cause we didn't have 39 bullets."
he's straightforward kind of guy.
It is
all of mine are shooting at
to
you.
watch those press conferences.
I love it. He's entertaining. That's without a doubt. There. As we get ready for this weekend, it's going to be big, a lot of fun as people are out and about. Do you eat crawfish?
Does she? Don't you remember that Maples that day when I asked her to leave?
I do remember that.
No, I love crawfish. I mean, it's a season for me, a sport.
Let me pull this up.
So you see how many you can eat in a 2-minute time?
Yeah, I try not to eat potatoes because I don't want to waste the space.
I'll eat the potatoes and the sausage.
I do
and
a
all.
little
You
corn.
can have my crawfish.
But I like to get a little bowl on the side, and I'll put my corn down in it.
That is good.
Let's go back to the very
It's
important
$30 in advance. You can get a little discount today. It jumps to $40 the day of if you need tickets.
And that's where's it? Look, I know it's at Singing Brakeman Park, so it's like Front Street and Singing Brakeman Park.
Under the bridge.
And actually, the cutoff for tickets is today at 12. So if you want that $10 discount, and I want to say they're doing like a limited number of tickets, which I think that makes sense because there's only so much crawfish. So you could, I think, I don't know. I help with this event, but I only show up the day of, and I work the front gate. So that's my contribution. So I really shouldn't be talking about it. But
you know more than we do.
If you come, I'll be at the front gate.
Is there going to be any metal detectors we have to go through?
No.
Okay.
There will not be metal. I do know they have some increased security and things like that, but at this time, again, I'm not on. I just work at the event the day of for the Mitchells.
Dancing. Yeah.
Well, I don't like to. I hadn't been at the table having the conversation, so I don't want to speak and mess up and say something wrong. But I just, to my knowledge,
Anna Grace
at
got
this
tied
time.
up and couldn't make it in this morning. She was going to be with us.
Was she coming?
She was, and she had an emergency come up, and
Yeah.
she texted me this morning about 3 and said I can't be there, and I said okay.
Yeah, she does a great job on events. She does Buds and Burgers and Buds and Boilin for the Mitchells in Downtown Meridian, and those are huge events.
They are.
The tickets will
together.
get you in, and will get you some crawfish at every little table. Your beer and all that is extra.
Yeah.
It will get you the entertainment. It'll get you in, and you can sample and I guess vote at the same time.
Right.
You go around getting a sample of everybody's crawfish and then vote which one you think is best.
And there's usually plenty of crawfish.
there's
I mean,
plenty
it's
of
not going to
crawfish.
be like you get 2 crawfish here and 2.
Yeah, you get the little. I think they do the
And
little
there's-
boat.
And there's going to be tables set up. Usually
Yeah.
there was down the center where people just gather around tables and eat crawfish.
It's a lot of fun.
I can eat them or not. That ain't one of my favorites.
Y'all should
but
go
there's
by.
plenty.
Y'all should go by Norman Roofing. They're gonna have a table, and they'll have
you
the
on the
best. They'll
team?
have the best crawfish, but. No.
She's already trying to sell boats.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to go buy a boat,
That's your people.
No, well, Tyler's got some good guys, and they're real fun, and one of them's a legitimate Cajun, and he's
thinks he
in
knows
charge.
They
He's
brought in a
charge.
ringer, in other
Yeah,
words.
we
What
did.
she's saying.
Hey.
Well, I think we ought to get Jeremy to come in next year.
He offered.
and we'll do one.
He offered, but
Well, why
the
didn't we take him
funding
up on it?
fell short, and it was just we we had a.
We'll take home.
Now,
We'll work on it.
RW and Clark, I think's got a team, so you know.
Yeah, but they don't have but 4 crawfish.
Well, he did put RW in charge of getting the fixings.
They
so
won't have enough to go
I have
around.
one rotten
Can
lemon and
RW
3.
be the fill-in for him one day when he's not here?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because
He's
he don't
unfiltered.
ever need a chance to get on a microphone.
Scotty Ray will get canceled.
Yeah.
He could possibly have things slip out. Plus, all the different women would go, "That's my daddy."
There'd be kids all over Meridian.
Daddy.
My daddy was a fireman.
Child support would raise.
Oh my gosh.
We find out that somebody, one of his kids, found him at Outback one day and got on him about not paying his child support, didn't he?
Yeah.
Somebody asked about Earth's Bounty
this.
being before. I don't know if it is, but I'll look into it.
Okay.
I would think not. That didn't make logistics sense,
There's
but I
nowhere to
could
go.
be.
Because they'll be setting that up. They've already set up a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening.
But I'll look into it and see what their deal is.
All right, we'll be right back with more coming out. Scotty Ray Report. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget friendly, 0 down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12 foot to 16 foot to 18 foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. We had a car chase yesterday. Y'all know about this?
Nope.
Another
A little west of here, Mississippi Highway Patrol. They had a little checkpoint set up where you had to show your driver's license.
Yes, it ended up on York Road, didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I was listening to that.
Well, you can't get there from here.
They and the guy, when he gets up to this, reaches for something, and
Wrong
you don't do
answer.
that with the Highway Patrol.
And didn't he go home?
Yes.
Or he pulled up at a residence or something? What do you think? With like kids playing chase, if I ever get to base, I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch me. I'm at home.
I mean, there is some. I mean, you can. Proving that they were the driver is then an issue if they get away. You know.
Yeah.
Inside the home.
Like you could. There's a case to be made. Well, that was my car, but I wasn't driving it. You know.
Gotcha. The only problem was he didn't make it inside. He was still streaking, not streaking, but
He's
what's the
stuck
word?
on it. He can't help it.
He was running across the backyard when he was apprehended.
What is your
He
obsession
was
with
checked out by local EMS to make sure that taser didn't do anything bad to him there.
Yeah.
But
Have you ever been tased?
no, I hadn't. Don't care to either. They say it's not good if you've had a heart attack.
Is that why you're not doing
In
it?
sequence.
Or knock her smooth out
knock her
of sequence,
smooth
one
out.
or the other. He'll sound like a small block Chevrolet with a big cam in it.
Put.
But so kapoom.
Chad Acton
funny.
come back and said, football field, Bryant Denny is 100,077. And Coleman Coliseum, where they actually held it, the basketball, only holds 15,316 folks.
I did not know that.
And that's where they held President Trump, was at Coleman Coliseum.
Okay. Somebody earlier asked about Earth's Bounty. We looked into it. It's going to be at the Max
Yeah, that's what
tomorrow.
we're-
It's what we've, So Earth's Bounty tomorrow. I love Earth's Bounty. They've done a good job on really expanding that. And
Yeah, they
you can
got-
go get some good
oh, they
meat
got
and
all-
sausage
yeah,
and
and
tomatoes.
jellies and
But
jams.
let me ask this: this done away is no longer called the farmers market like it was for years, correct?
Right. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I don't-
even there anymore.
Yeah, and and I used to, when it was held down there and it was kind of half and half, you'd see the actual farmer back up with his corn. I have not seen that with Earth's Bounty.
But
I mean,
it's
no,
not
there's
a set
some-
time. It's throughout the week they'll come set up.
But no,
Earth's
I
Bounty
see
grew
people-
into more than just fresh vet. Does that make
Yeah.
any sense?
Okay.
I think they're still welcome. But I
Yeah.
know Mathis sets up with strawberries and tomatoes and stuff like that. But I don't know about the farmer's market that was on the bridge.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think there was a big come apart about that. Some people
I
were
think
going
some
out
people
of town
still-
hauling produce in, and
You'll
some
see
locals
somebody
didn't
down
like
there
it,
every now
and
and
I don't
Yeah.
know what happened.
Nobody could get along.
Like
is what you're
peak
saying.
tomato season, you'll see them out there,
Yeah.
and but they do have some trucks that are like, I mean,
Okay.
they're really
Fresh out of the field.
playing the part if they're not, you know.
I've just
growing.
missed
A
it.
lot of it's fresh out of the field.
Yeah, no,
That's what it's all
And
about.
kudos to those people. I mean, hey, they're awesome.
I love it.
It is hard work in a garden, is all I can tell
It
you.
is.
I still remember my childhood. It was
you had the purple fingers where you had to.
man, that's
Shelling peas, and that
Yes,
old
sir.
box fan running, and everybody wanted to get in front of that fan that was
That's
blowing
right.
out 112-degree air.
you've been there, hadn't you?
Oh yeah,
I've creamed corn. That you get, like you sit there and do it and get it in your hair. Because
I don't have that problem. It rolls right
It
off.
was a problem. But anyways,
All righty, let's go back in time. Let's head
Yay.
over to 1885. It was the very first one that was published today.
Newspaper.
You're close. That was, I think, in the 80s. They even recorded a thing about Abe
Magazine.
Lincoln. This was a magazine that taught ladies a lot of things.
Ladies' Home Journal.
Close.
good housekeeping.
Y'all remember that?
Boy, has that changed.
Yeah, it's not exactly what it used
The
to be.
magazine or the housekeeping?
I'm gonna let that one fly too.
That was intelligent. He's smarter than he looks.
That's right.
Don't talk much.
We go back to 1922. This guy was always the guest. He always tried to play the ladies' man. I even think that
He ran for a council person or something on there and tried to get them to give him their vote.
Now, what I remember him from was being on Fred G. Sanford trying to take Fred's girlfriend. This
He's
guy.
the one that said Lamont was his son, wasn't it?
It
Is
may
that
have
the
been.
one?
This guy. Y'all remember this guy?
And that's the
Roscoe
guy
Brown.
after him.
But he was a guest on
You
Back
should grow
and
your
Forth
hair out
on-
like that.
It already is out like it.
He's just got
has a wider
He's
part.
just got a wide part.
Once you get those chops, though, you know.
But who was the woman that Fred dated for years?
Donna was the nurse.
And
Yeah.
he asked Donna to marry.
Fred was finna give him an uppercut.
Yes, that's
I'll
right.
give you one across your lips.
Oh my! Let's go.
man.
For the first time, it would be spotted in 1933. It's rumors that this exists today in the water.
Loch Ness.
Oh, Loch
Monster.
Ness,
That's
yeah.
Ugly kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Supposed to
Looks like a mad swan.
Stop.
If you were a swan.
All right, as of now, we just got an update. As of now, Collinsville Day is still a go.
Okay.
So, as soon as they
And we are getting
make a
questions
decision,
about double decker that we'll let Julia in
I'll
just
give,
a
I'll
little
give a
bit.
full report with all my pictures
we
after
go.
this.
Someone failed to send in their report.
I took pictures and they were important. They just weren't the material you wanted. We'll talk
will you
about it
show
later.
us after the show?
Sure. It's very impressive.
Here we go again.
Walking Tall, I've watched that over and over. The first two, they were pretty good there. Do y'all remember this guy? He played the deputy sheriff in it. You remember him, Bruce Glover?
Sure.
Y'all don't seem to remember that.
No.
He was a loyal companion. You did watch
Yeah.
Walking Tall. You don't remember that?
I'm kind
I
of
knew
sort of.
one.
He seems not
I
impressed.
was trying to remember
I didn't
what
get
else
that
he
channel.
was
is what
on. I don't
he's
know
thinking
why.
about
I
saying.
think he was a truck driver on Smokey and the Bandit
That's possible.
in a cab over truck, and he told him, I may be wrong.
Or was that Convoy?
No, it was on
I don't know if
Smokey and
this
the
is
Bandit.
pertinent information, but
Yeah.
Todd Kemp said Grady.
What if you're
No.
what about Gravy?
Grady.
Grady. That was his name. That was his name.
What
on the
about
show.
gravy? Did you see how excited he got about gravy?
Anybody got a biscuit?
Todd knows these things, and he can probably tell us what else.
That's why I mentioned. I didn't know if it had any relevance.
Sandy White, I need a boyfriend. Oh, I read it wrong.
People keep. I don't know what Grady
She
means.
said she needs somebody to bring her cash so she can buy a chicken plate.
I had to buy her lunch last time. She showed up. She was on the way to work.
Well,
Bless her. And she didn't have no money to eat.
They don't have chicken plates this year.
Sandy, we got a problem. I forgot to tell you
You
about
can
that.
get a hot dog
Where do they not have chicken plates? At?
Because the
Collinsville Day.
At Collinsville Day, the group that done that had, for the best, it was explained to me, they got an elderly and they didn't have anybody to handle the cooking.
Okay.
And so they gave it up, and now the fire department does it all.
And they're selling, they've got hamburgers and hot dogs, I think is what they're selling
All right.
instead of chicken plates. And that was a staple for years.
Yeah, it was. They were good because I want to say Sandy ate 3 last year.
Stop it.
I'm just saying. What? What if your parents' last name was Humperdinck?
Engelbert, and was your first name.
Can you imagine what happened to him in high school?
A locker every day or a garbage
trash can.
Yeah.
And it was his first big hit after the lovin', I'm still in love with you. Anybody ever sang that to you, Julia?
No.
No? Okay. We was just checking there and making sure there.
You're the only person that sings to me, Scotty Ray, every Friday.
I do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another song.
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
He did have one more?
Yeah.
Released me.
Yeah, I don't know that one. And Unforgettable, never heard of that one either. Super Hits is what it said.
We only had 3 of them.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I mean, he didn't get into the Gordon Lightfoot, the record, the Edmund
Ooh,
Fitzgerald.
no. Oh, man, that's a good one.
Sundown. You better.
Now, Chris, they'll have chicken nuggets at the fire department, but not chicken breast and a leg.
What word was Sandy trying to spell out there?
Stop.
That's like, stop.
Oh, okay.
That's how you pronounce that.
One day she's going to fix her hair and makeup before she leaves home and end up with a date. I'm just saying.
If she'll fix a casserole, we'll
What's
get her
wrong
hooked
with
up.
you?
She'll
I
have to
tried to
stand
get
in
banana
line.
pudding out
That's
of her,
right.
and I would be a lot lighter on her should she get into the program.
You would be a lot
she
lighter.
Has missed it. A lot lighter. What are you trying to say there? You saw the scales yesterday?
No, I'm just saying. The doctor said you got to come back.
1948, this guy was born. He'd be the leader of the little 3 group brothers that sang. The rest of them were kind of like Daryl and the other brother Daryl. They never said a word. Larry Gatlin, All the Gold in California, somebody else's name. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
You know the song that I really disliked by them? You remember Houston is One Step Closer?
Yeah.
I just didn't like that. It just didn't have it.
They just wasn't the Oak Ridge Boys.
No, they weren't. He wanted to be. Larry Gatlin thought he was it on a stick.
The Statlers, the Gatlin brothers,
he was sitting in Monty, what was his name, from Fantasy Island's chair, trying to make it look good.
I saw a chair like that at
the plane.
a shop not long ago, and I considered purchasing it for something. I think they're cool looking.
That would go good in your New Orleans home.
Yeah. That was what I was looking at it for.
Wow.
So, yeah.
We're coming. You just give us a little time there. We're going to come sit on the porch.
He said he's not coming. Yeah.
Greg's going to drive us.
okay.
We'll get there.
All right.
Let's see what else happened today. It was 1960. He had to get... in this, there's a lot of people that probably won't quite understand this, but Dick Clark was summoned to appear in court to give testimony. He got a summons. He had to show up to talk about it.
It's summoned or summons. It's not summonsed though, right?
Well, he had to show up, so you're summons if you get a summons.
He was going to jail if he didn't get there.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. All right, I'll leave it alone. I have to do this because I don't know the lyrics.
Well, it's not a song.
I know, but I meant for the other questions, Scotty.
I'm trying to work.
We're trying to do a show.
Trying to work with you here. But back in the day, for an artist to get ahead, everything was done on how many times your record was played on the radio.
Right.
So in order to get your song played more, sometimes you gave gifts to famous disc jockeys.
So they would
play it more.
Yeah.
What's the best gift you ever got?
Didn't get a thing. That was a bad part there. Meridian, Mississippi didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't count in the...
They said, we don't care.
Yeah.
Every now and then they'd give you 3 CDs to give away.
Oh.
But back in the day...
That's some power.
They summoned him because, Dick Clark would play those songs, and they wanted to know, have you been offered anything? And he had to give his testimony in 1960 about all of this. payola
Now
was
we
the
know.
scheme that was going on. Did it happen? It absolutely did. There was a lot of payola that happened. I mean, how do you think some of these awful songs reach number one?
Well, no joke.
There's always someone behind it. Y'all got quiet over there.
We're just getting the education.
Okay,
This
all
is
right.
obviously something you know a lot more about than we do.
I'm just soaking it up.
Soaking it up. 1969, this would happen. This would be, 56 years ago. Galveston would reach its peak.
66 years ago, wouldn't it?
56. Yeah, 56. What did I say?
Be 66, 1959.
It's 1969, so it'd be 56.
Oh, I thought it said 59. My bad, I can't hear. I'm sorry. I corrected what I shouldn't have. Okay.
I can tell Julia just
This
does
is
not
just
care.
no. This is just the part of the show where I get my education.
Galveston, that was.
Not so good.
I
didn't care for it
I
either.
wasn't a Glenn Campbell fan. I'm sorry. I know y'all like Rhinestone Cowboy, and
I could handle Ron. So,
I
but
was a
what
lineman, and
I didn't like that. What was the song about? He had a hippie knapsack behind her couch.
yeah, I heard that pulling in the driveway this morning.
What was that song?
Gentle on my mind.
Yeah, I didn't get it, and I don't like it. I mean, it was a bunch of hippies that he just stayed a little while at
and
her
he
house.
stayed, and they didn't have any kind of paper contract, and that's why they loved each other. Blah 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 blah.
Break it down. That's hippie.
That was the beginning of the demise of America.
There you go.
Yeah, and that music's still going, and what happened to y'all?
That's what happened.
It was the beginning,
That
and
song.
then along came the Kentucky
Tipped it off, and
Headhunters.
That's
then
still
it's been
going
downhill
on,
ever
and
since.
y'all's music just went away.
It did. It was all over there. Upset me some kind of ferociously.
I know.
Somebody must be doing something right.
Let me see real quick. You know,
getting
Pat's
complaints?
Pies. Miss Pat texts us sometimes, and we have a little competition. And he's won the past 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
She's texted him before me.
Oh.
But the
She
other
texted me yesterday,
two.
so I
And look at there, her and Mr. Jim's anniversary.
yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 11 years. That is
tried.
very sweet, sweet,
So
sweet
he's
people.
won here lately because Miss Pat texted him first.
That's right.
Well, see, Jan Bushman's up. She got all her hair right. Jan does not step out of that house unless everything is perfect. Never does she run just to the store, not getting dressed and having her. I'm just saying, this woman's got it going on.
I wish I was like that.
We do too. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Because you can see me sometimes, people will be like, Julia, is that you? And I'm like, mm-hmm.
I'm in disguise.
Yeah, it is. I put a ball cap on, and people can't recognize me.
1969, this would be the last we would see this show.
Golly.
It came to an end. Y'all remember this, Gomer?
Well, I watched it like once.
Still
Wasn't a
comes
part of
on
my
at 8 or
childhood.
8:30 on Me TV.
Me TV.
He was different. There's no doubt. I almost liked Goober better.
Yeah.
Goober was my favorite there. It just
Okay.
I ain't a Gomer
That-
File fan either.
I
of
don't.
either one of them.
No, I
Down
should
to
guess.
guess.
Reference.
Yeah, I would say Goober Lindsay
Well, I
was
like
better.
Goober. That's my cousin.
What?
Goober Lindsay is my cousin.
Really?
A lot of similarities.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say here. I mean, are you?
Yeah, I'm being for real.
Okay.
How close are cousins are you? Like twice removed or
Fourth cousins.
Fourth cousin twice. Does that
Whatever
count?
really means, I don't know.
I got nothing.
Odie can kick a tire, 32 pounds.
1972. This is, if I'm not mistaken, he is probably at this point in time in his career the most sought after Hollywood star, or paid the most anyway, for movies. The Rock. Dwayne
Really?
Johnson born. That man makes a ton of money on that.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
Bedazzled, probably one of his bigger movies that he was pretty good at, with the little girl. That was good.
I don't think I saw that one. Imagine that.
No, where he finds out he's got a daughter and he's into himself and he's stuck on himself, and then she kind of changes him to be normal again. It is good. He's been in a lot of those tough movies, but that was it. This was a semi-hit. This is not going to be one of Merle's biggest hits that you know, but it did reach number one today. All in the movies. Do y'all remember that one?
Never.
Wasn't
I
that
don't think I've
good.
ever heard of that.
You're right.
It was good because it was Merle, but it wasn't one of his.
It wasn't Merle Haggard
But
standard.
dude, when you get to listening and digging, Merle Haggard recorded like 9 jillion songs.
He did.
I mean, there's so much good Merle that Merle fans ain't even heard. I mean, you got to really...
Yeah. Do they have Merle Radio?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Sirius
XM or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Merle Haggard Radio.
Because I didn't know till the other day somebody said they were listening to Taylor Swift radio, and
I think you can do. I mean, you can put in like any artist and it'll find
But
people
it's
like
not
them.
100% Merle.
Yeah, it's going to be
They'll
like
play
kinda.
something else and they'll play something else. But if you get bored, get to Googling and looking, Merle Haggard recorded a lot of music. Kind of like Elvis.
Yeah. Good stuff out there you hadn't heard of. This girl, My Baby Takes the Morning Train. Anybody remember this? Sheena Easton? I want to say that she took that and went and done a duet with Kenny Rogers also. We've Got Tonight. Didn't she do that with him?
Got.
Yeah,
I got
that was
nothing
Bob
to add
Seger's
here.
song, and then Kenny saw the opportunity to make $1 and jumped on it.
Well, he was saving up to get his face done.
That's right.
He would do anything. He was on it there. Let's see what else we got. T. Graham Brown. Anybody remember that name?
Yes.
I still remember his bus parked downtown for the Jimmy Rogers Festival, and nobody showed up for the show.
And I like him. I do.
But he just Hell and High Water. This was when he had Don't Go to Strangers, and Darlene, probably his biggest one.
He's still around. I see stuff on Facebook all the time with him.
But you ain't got a clue, do you?
Never heard nothing.
I like T. Graham
It
Brown.
might play, and I'd be like, yeah, I heard of that.
He's a real nice fella there.
Okay.
This one, do you remember? This was rock and roll.
Okay.
What I guess you would call rock. Cutting Crew. You ever heard of that group?
No.
I Just Died in Your Arms Again last night.
Yeah.
Hey, I just
Died in your arms.
you bound it. It was '87. That was big.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was played at the other place.
City could use them.
What now?
Never mind. Thank you.
It was right on my-
You're here for it.
Oh,
What'd she
man.
say?
Cutting Crew, so the city could use them. You know.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Anyways.
We're trying. This is the day that MJ put a disguise on, blended in. Do y'all remember this?
I vaguely remember something about that.
But they snapped that. Who
Wow.
turned out to be Michael. He got stopped. They thought something bad was going on. It was Michael Jackson.
But that's the bad. I mean, how else do you go? We get tired of going to Walmart. We get fed up with it. We get fed up going to this place, to that place. If you were not able to, because you couldn't walk in without swarms of people around, you can imagine wanting to at least put on disguise so you can
Yeah,
do
I get
something
it. I
halfway
wouldn't want
decent.
people.
Something as simple as just going to the
Oh gosh, you
grocery
scared me.
store.
What's a attention?
Look at that.
Girl.
I got a haircut.
Hello, sweet baby.
But you can imagine, I'm sure more people than we really
Ellie, I
realize
missed
puts a disguise on just to try and
Dolly
go to
Parton,
a
I
festival.
think, goes out and about.
She does.
People have no idea
And ain't
who
got a
she
clue.
is because they've
Yeah.
never seen her in like
Without a
regular.
wig.
Or you want to say something?
Greg knows this
You're
story,
all
so
fancy,
I'll share this story.
clean.
Ellie, every 3 weeks or
She
so
just
gets
get her hair done?
done. She got it done yesterday.
Okay, I was about to say
Serious. Act like you got a steering wheel.
why
Ellie is
Something might be in your lap.
Ellie gets terrified.
she didn't like to ride.
She gets scared. I had to.
That
She
mean
rode with me
man.
from the studio home yesterday, and I had to talk to her so she could She won't even ride in a golf cart.
Did she ride in your lap?
Yeah, and
Okay.
she shakes the entire time, just like
Well, it's not-
something's going to get
Chrissy
her.
doesn't love
Not but
riding.
50 feet.
Angie was taking Ellie yesterday, and this has happened to 3 people that have taken her to go get her hair cut. Angie's right. Oh, and I got yelled at over it. Of poor Ellie going there, scared to death, and she might have used the bathroom all over Angie because it scared her so
Y'all
bad.
might need to give her a little,
A little value.
a
or
little
something,
doggy Valium. Just
It
chill
was,
out. Bless her
A little
heart.
gummy.
But nobody will now drive Ellie there anymore.
Only
because-
daddy, huh, sis? I'll take you.
Bless her heart. But she's got a new do, and she's got her handkerchief.
know,
and
she's
back
fancy.
at it now.
Greg's trying to be mean to you,
I
scare
am
you.
not. I love puppy dog.
Let's go back to 1991. Anybody remember the Father Dowling series?
Nope.
It ended today.
I
I don't
remember
know.
it,
That
but I
seems
never
familiar,
watched
actually.
it.
I just don't remember. I remember Tom Bosley, but ain't that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big show.
I didn't watch that.
It'd come on right after Murder, She Wrote. He was also on that also.
91, I wasn't at home that much.
I know.
It's getting bad over there, isn't it, girl? Let's go back to 90. Anybody, as they made TV Guide, it was not my favorite show, but Cheers. It would be on the cover of TV Guide today.
I like Cheers. Norm. I've been to the bar. It was inspired after
Been there.
in Boston, and then Frasier, the spin-off series from it. I enjoyed that. Yeah,
I didn't care too much for the Frasier series.
I like
his
Frasier.
character on Cheers, but
Yeah.
And it may have been because I was in radio and I got it of what was going on.
Yeah.
It was
I can
kind
see
of
you
funny
being a little
there.
nerd about it.
No,
The Spy Who Shagged Me, it
No.
was
Yeah.
real different.
no.
I just didn't. I mean, I watched it, but I didn't really.
It wasn't that good. It didn't compare with Undercover Brother.
Kitschy.
no, Undercover Brother was funny.
Yeah.
Never seen either one of them.
Oh, you've got
I
to
ain't
watch
watching
it.
that.
Get you a mayonnaise.
It's funny.
sandwich.
Don't get that channel.
Mayonnaise sandwich.
It was 11 that this would happen today. The threat that we had all talked about. The first time we heard his name was from Ollie North, who keeps you awake at night.
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden is what he said. You would find out who that was years later.
Evil.
Osama been blowed up.
Yeah. Rodell High, as we go back, she would pass away today. She was one of the cheerleaders that was in it. Do you remember her?
Yeah,
Grease is the word. She was in that.
Nope. Got nothing.
Okay, maybe you didn't watch shows much as we did.
I'm trying. I mean, we do this every week, and you're just shocked at my lack of knowledge of pop culture throughout history.
Bless it, bless it, bless it. Already 7:56. We got more on the way. We'll be right back. When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp to trail riding or just working around on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie, as the entire gang is here today. We had some vandalism overnight. I hadn't had a chance to tell y'all about this. This would happen in the 4300 block of 20th Street. Just whooped up on the car there. Police were called. He walked off into the darkness. Not sure that he was ever caught.
What'd they do to the car? They write something on it?
I think they hit it, is what I think.
Okay. They write something. I'd always interested in. We need a picture.
Did you put a phone number to go with it?
Yeah. What'd they do?
I worked with a fellow one time that his wife found out that he might have had a girlfriend, and she wrote some obscenities on his pickup truck.
That happens.
Everybody at work knew about it. There was no way to hide that.
Yeah.
Black riding on a white truck, stuck out a mile off.
Especially when they key it in the paint. Oh, when you got to take it to the
Carrie Underwood song. She'd done a song.
Louisville Slugger.
Yeah, I took a Louisville Slugger to his something.
Yeah.
To his taillights or something.
Yeah.
To
Everybody-
both taillights.
Something like that.
Something. Yeah. Anyways, she tore that vehicle up.
We had an incident in Neshoba County yesterday. I'm not sure if everybody was aware of this. That rain, look at that. Right up there amongst some trees.
It's your opportunity.
Ain't parked there.
And that's the way it was. One person was transported for medical care. That was on Highway 491. If you hang a right off 19, that runs to Highway 16.
Ooh, yeah.
Why are you?
You just staring at me.
I'm listening. You have the
Who's
camera
waiting
on
whose
me, and you're
house?
the one giving the
I was waiting
news.
to see whose house he said it went by.
It's
What
like-
color dog was in the yard?
Well, it
It's like
passes
he's
by
trying to get
Ricky's.
reaction
And the
videos
chicken
from me
farms
of
there.
like, okay, it was a wreck. Like, I hate that happened.
Where the blue
What
Ford
happened
with the yellow doors at.
Yeah. Gosh, can somebody make something happen today? Scotty Ray's bored.
As we go to this what happened yesterday is they were caught in the act. This is right after you turn
Ooh, I
on
love
B
that.
Street. This is the old, you remember the pecan place?
Meridian Pecan.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were caught breaking into this little green house right here in the act.
What in the world were they breaking?
And they
into?
ran into
Place
the
not there
water.
no more.
Let me ask you something. This is Greg's thoughts.
Okay.
Greg, thoughts from
They
Greg.
go to jump a fence. From what I gather, I'm listening to this on the radio.
Yeah.
If Greg is a police officer, which I'm not, ain't gonna be, they grab onto a
Why
chain
not?
link fence. I'm talking about the guy that was doing the breaking in. I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna tase the fence, even though he's 100 yards away. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that'll work.
I bet it would.
Let's try it out. Why don't you go hop the fence
I'll go
and
tase the
I'll
fence.
taste it,
Yeah.
and then we'll see.
I think it needs to penetrate you.
I wonder why that wouldn't. Let's light up the fence.
But, as Greg talks about this, the guy gets over the fence. Police officers eventually get over the fence also. And it was, I don't want to call it a scrap, but it was a 5-minute roll around with ant beds back and forth.
Oh,
as they-
dang.
To detain this
And
guy.
how you gonna deny it? You know
Thank
what
you
I'm
to that
saying?
officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle. I mean, and let me explain it. You don't know how long 5 minutes is until you're that one
Fighting
person
with somebody, yeah.
rolling around trying to get cuffs on them.
Yeah.
And it turned out all right in the end, but that could have,
That's why, and we've talked about this before.
Y'all finna
And
get me
now,
on
I
my-
know that you've got to have more officers to do this, and you've got to
Need
find
a
a way
key.
to recruit them. But your cars have 2 cops. That way you don't have to worry about waiting for backups on everything. You've
Malloy
got
and
2
who was
of
it?
them on there.
1 Adam 12.
What was it? McCoy and.
But
something.
am I right that police officers used to always have two to a car?
Yeah.
Not all the time, but for the most part, you did.
I don't agree with the tussling and the wrestling.
I don't either. That's what you got a
I'm
gun
sorry,
for.
and I'm going to say something that's not going
Use
to be
caution.
very popular.
Yeah, Scotty Ray's going to have to delete this episode in 3, 2, 1.
We're not tossing and turning as long as I got a taser and a cordless hole punch. And I'm sorry, that's the way that it ought to be. Respect the freaking law. Do what the law tells you to do. And I'm not saying there's not bad cops, because there are. Very
But you
few,
broke
very
in that
few
place.
and
You
far
took that
between.
chance.
But there could be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's also albino deer, but they ain't but a handful.
That's correct.
Anyhow, do what they say. You're not going to win on the scene. Did you honestly think he was going to say, "Okay, I'll quit. You get up, go"? you
It don't
know
happen
what I'm
that way.
saying? Do what you're supposed to do, and then you fight it in court. If you're right, justice will prevail.
That's right.
Most of the time. I didn't say every time, but most. It's designed to. But quit fighting with these cops. Do what they say when they say do it, and your life will be so much easier. And you don't need 150 cops. You'll need 5. You'll need but 1. Do what they say. It's called respect. But that starts at home. Your teachers can't teach it. They shouldn't have to teach it. Your preachers shouldn't have to preach it. It starts at home, people.
And it doesn't right now.
All right, I'm through.
And I just
In your nose, out your
instill
mouth.
I'm through.
Deep breaths. Cordless hole punch. That was my favorite line of that.
But he was finally detained. He was checked out and arrested and taken away. But it was obvious right in the middle of it. And,
Were you there for the tussle?
Yes. See the video?
No.
Don't watch you.
You ain't go help him?
That's what I'm thinking. He was going to go, but he was out of breath.
I mean, I don't jump the fence. And I made
don't
that
jump the
statement on there.
fence.
I
That's the
honestly see probably a lot more than the average, because I'm on scene so much of watching what happens just off to the distance there, what these guys go through every day. It's
They have no idea what they're going into.
it ain't fun what they do every day. Speaking of law enforcement, we have to say our condolences. There is Ralph Seipel has passed away. Worked for Kemper County and Neshoba County for years. Known him all my life. And we send condolences to his family as Ralph has passed away. McLean Hayes handling the arrangements.
Somebody posted earlier Jamal sings again on Sunday.
He's in the top 10.
That is
this
incredible.
Is coming down to the wire.
This is a big. I mean, he's
huge.
He's very popular. I think that he's. Fingers crossed. I mean, that's awesome. That's incredible. Very proud for him.
Because I'm not as familiar with American Idol. Does this go to top 5 next, or does it go to top 3 quickly?
I think we got a couple of weeks. I think the May 12th is when we go to top 3. I think so. That's 3 weeks.
So Sunday.
2 weeks.
No, this is the second.
2 weeks.
That's 10 days.
Yeah,
that's a week and a half.
So 2 weeks. So yeah, but that's when they'll be. That week is when they'll be down to top 3.
All right, so they must be going down to like maybe they'll knock 2 people down Sunday. Well, they'll come back Monday and do some stuff, and then I guess next Sunday will be the final.
And all y'all that just can't bother to vote in elections, this you can do from your recliner, and you can vote like 30 times on 3 different platforms and stuff. So that's something that you can do to support hometown.
You and I talked about this. I don't know if it was yesterday, or the day before. Meridian, worldwide right now, people are watching somebody from Meridian. This is huge.
And it
is
seems
a big
like every
deal.
year or two. I mean, Meridian has got some very good.
I feel like producers at some point are going to be like, why are we always getting these people from this Meridian, Mississippi?
Yeah.
And Todd Tillman, he didn't get to do the full everything because it was during COVID, a lot of his stuff. But if Jamal makes the top 3, then he'll have the big hometown event, and those are huge. Why are you licking that?
We got to talk about this. Do y'all see Ellie doing this? If she sits in your lap, she feels the urge to lick you. Just out of the
Ellie? That's not.
She can't. Like if she's sitting on a blanket, she's gonna lick the blanket. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know. So
Cleaning. That must be.
It's gonna be top 7 Sunday, Charles.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's. I'm just so proud for him.
But it is big for Meridian, and we're proud of him. Extremely proud of this, and we wish him the luck. We hope he wins.
Gosh, that'd be incredible.
Yeah,
and incredible for him, incredible for Meridian, and
look at the inspiration. All these kids at Crestwood knows this guy, and to see him go on and to do this accomplishment, the inspiration that this whole generation can see. Hey, he's from here. I can do that. I mean, so this isn't affecting just him. This is affecting a whole community. It's awesome.
Something that I've appreciated about Todd Tillman and Jamal Roberts is it's very apparent their faith. They've been very forward with it, both of them. And so I think you can represent Meridian however you want to, but I'm proud that both of them have been very open about their faith when they've had that platform.
And Holly made top 10. Am I right? Is that where she went on The Voice? Was it top 10 or was it top 5?
I don't remember. But I don't know.
Well, she's got a record deal now.
That's awesome. I mean, Meridian is well represented. And you're right. I mean, people ought to be down here looking and listening.
I mean, the kids that see that he had a personal relationship. He just if it changed one of those kids' life, it was well worth it.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know what she's doing. We're just
checking out Greg Major.
He is the one that wanted to terrorize you earlier.
Aren't you? You're a good judge of character.
Smells like beef jerky, don't it?
Yeah. Look at her trying to get away over there.
We've got a lost iPad. A child has lost their iPad. If you've seen this is similar to what it looks like here in the northeast area. Possibly is green and blue case, similar to this one here, with a picture of a little boy in a blue shirt on the front of it. If you've seen it, inbox us. We can try to get this back to this child that has lost theirs.
Those things aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
No.
They jump up quick in expenses there.
Hopefully they got that. I lost my iPad on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. We'll be right back. More coming up.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back as we welcome you in here on this. Who are you writing a note to?
All of my event things, I got some text messages, so when we do the rundown at the end, we can go through it.
Okay. Don't forget, we got this coming up before long. Kemper County getting ready for the second annual rodeo. It done so well last year. They're going to do this again.
Oh, now that's over by the college area, isn't it?
No, this is going to be in DeKalb.
Going to be in DeKalb, okay.
May 9th and 10th, not all that far off from there. So 12, it's kind of where Highway 397 is. If you're going out of town on the right, it sits right over there.
Out of town, out of DeKalb.
All right, then.
That's where it's at.
Okay.
Thought y'all might want to know all that also.
Thank you.
All over this. As we said a few moments ago, we do have racing that has been canceled for tonight. The big race that was coming into Why Not Motorsports Park has been canceled due to the extreme weather.
Tim Miller probably already ironed his jorts.
He did. He was ready for it.
Well, I tell you, that street stock championship brings people from 30 different states.
Oh, yeah.
It is huge. They built a heck of a deal there.
Also coming up in May, the Jimmy Rogers Festival is going to be May the 12th through the 18th. They'll have concerts coming up at they're at
the Max.
The Max this year. A little bit.
Yeah, they did it last year at the Max, and I think it worked out real well, and it's cool. It's a good partnership.
So expect that to be coming. We'll be telling you more about who's going to be singing there over the next few weeks, dealing with all of that. Let's see what we have missed this morning that is going on.
I was going to cover Double Decker. It was wonderful, Oxford, but Scotty Ray texted me at the end of the day and was like, "You got me some pictures?" And I went through my camera roll.
We talked about it the day before.
I know,
before you
but
left.
I get really caught up. I'm not paying attention to my phone. And the only pictures or videos that I took of all of it, because they have concert and it's an arts festival and it's really well done and well run. And but I had taken videos and pictures of the city cleaning up after the event to transition and open back up. And they had horses in front of their street sweeper, and then they had guys with trailers pulling up garbage cans. And I always like the efficiency of Oxford. I think they do a really good job on a lot of things. So that
cleanup is all you had.
That's all the material that I had was videos of the cleanup, because I work on events and stuff. So I'm like, I never thought about doing it that way.
They use horses to clean up with?
Well, they have
I'm
mounted
sorry, we're a little ahead of that now.
They have
here in
mounted
Meridian.
patrol, and so everybody's cleared out of there, but they're trying to clean up before they open the doors, or open the streets back up.
They have horse patrol.
They have mounted horse patrol.
Hey, we used to have one of them.
And they walk ahead of the street sweeper to clear the way, because there's people walking around still, so they can get the street clean before they let all the cars back in, and there's garbage and stuff like that, and it doesn't look like junk.
I tell you, Foley does a good job with that. They've got their logistics that come through.
There's cities that do it really well, and I like to copy them instead of reinventing
Truck goes
the wheel.
through with a trailer, and they're taking fence down, and then you got 3 sweepers behind it, and
It's
next
like
thing you know, it looks better
running
than it did
like
5 minutes.
clockwork. I love it.
Yeah.
But anyways,
They
it's a big
call that
weekend in Meridian,
planning.
though. We got, what all do we have? We have Don Pease has a ribbon cutting today at 4:30. So
Right.
if you like crawfish and
Oh, it is good too. Red beans and rice,
Front Street.
jambalaya, crawfish pasta.
they'll have a big party over there. Then Beethoven and Blue Jeans Meridian Symphony Orchestra, I think that's at the Riley Center tomorrow night. And then Earth's Bounty's at the Max tomorrow morning. And then Collinsville Day starts at 8. And then Buds and Boilin is at noon at Singing Brakeman Front Street. So if you sit at home this weekend, that's on you.
And then Tuesday at the West Lauderdale Band Spring Concert at the Temple Theater to benefit Lauderdale County Animal Shelter.
Yep.
Tuesday night. So paws and claws. All right then.
And then everybody got to go vote on Sunday for Jamal. That's your weekend wrap up.
We celebrated Mr. Mike Vance last night was presented with like 39 years, I believe.
Like that.
I think I said April of 1986 they got their charter or whatever for South Volunteer Fire Department. And Mr. Vance, I'm telling you, Micah Dot Vance is just a staple in that neighborhood. Yes. We thank them so much for their service. And like I told him, I said, this don't mean you can go home and go to sleep. We still going to call you if we need you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So 39, that's
a long time.
It is. To get up for nothing and go help your neighbors and to train and to work. And
I tell you, Chief, you're not just Chief and you're good. What that does is mean you're responsible to the State Rating Bureau. You're responsible for all of the legal activities of that fire department that go through there.
And he was chief for a couple of years, wasn't he?
Yeah, right after Farrar died, he took over as chief, and a lot goes with it.
Well, my hat's off to you. Congratulations. Enjoy yourself till we need you.
Until we need you. Did y'all see where they settled a lawsuit over in Jackson, the Goon Squad?
Oh.
And it was a lot cheaper than what I was expecting. They settled for $2.5 million. This would be the guys that are behind bars now. That was a part of all that went on that they call the Goon Squad.
I would guess that, I could be wrong, but most of that falls under tort law reform, and you can't sue a public entity in the state of Mississippi for more than $500,000. So it's probably different. The stacking of several claimants, but typically it's got to be some small exceptions. But there's a law you cannot sue a public entity for more
over
than
at the Mississippi River. They tried to put a barge into the bridge. It sunk.
Can't park there. I was looking because I thought we were getting a visual of it, but I guess if it sunk, then it'd just be a picture of the river. So we'll just imagine.
I didn't get there when they put the winch to it and pulled it out.
Even Ellie's yawning at that one.
Tupelo, we got an issue there. Y'all hear about this?
No.
Dude killed his mama with a shovel.
No, Joe.
Well, I know how to take care of him.
They
got another shovel.
Woof. Also, where's Lamar County, Mississippi at? Do y'all know?
Toward the coast. That's below.
Lamar is, isn't that near below Hattiesburg?
Yeah, below Waynesburg. Don't you go into Lamar?
I think so. Lamar is Purvis.
Yeah.
Purvis is Lamar County.
To the right of Wayne County and one down. Jones. Yeah.
It was in that area there. A guy, if you were close personal friends with him, you got to see explicit pictures of his girlfriend. He sent them to 29 different people. And
girlfriend or ex-girlfriend?
It's an ex at this point. He's been charged with explicit showing of pictures that he had no business doing that. They've really cracked down on that.
There was a new law that went out that, you couldn't, basically, I think there was some sort of loophole of if you had the pictures from previous and then you used it after the fact, that they came up with some legislation that kind of dealt with that loophole. And so I think a lot of people have been getting hit with that. Like when you're doing it maliciously, sending out something that you maybe rightfully had before. Or just don't do any of that. You don't worry about it or whatever.
You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Anyways.
Bad situations.
Why are we back to naked running man again?
I don't know. I'm just glad we didn't have to deal with all that when I was young.
Because there was no such thing, was it?
That's exactly right.
They didn't have a camera on.
That's exactly right. I don't get that. I mean,
have anybody wondered what Valerie Bertinelli looks like in a bikini at 65? Has that ever crossed your mind?
Never.
Okay.
But I feel like we're about to find
look
out.
through your fingers?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and put it on y'all.
Bad?
Now, this was one day
How
at a
do you
time.
look in a bikini?
I don't wear one. There's a reason.
At 65, too.
He runs by Firestone.
So here's Valerie. What she looks like nowadays is she's posing. They're saying that she's doing this to show off to her ex. This is what you're missing. Word is that it didn't faze him one bit.
I mean,
65 years old, go girl. Hey. Knock it out. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
No, I'm just saying I don't get the point of doing that to try to make somebody jealous. I've never quite understood all that.
We just haven't seen anybody in a swimsuit yet today.
Like Daisy Duke.
Daisy Duke didn't pop up, so he just had to, consistency.
Thought y'all might want to know about that. All right, we got any birthdays this morning?
Well, we got a few. Yeah, we got a few of these birthdays. We've got Kim Hawker's got a birthday. Susan Massey Polk, good friend of mine. Good morning, Susan, your birthday. Sheila Lang's got a birthday tomorrow. Ryan and Jesse Moore celebrate 10 years of marriage. Ricky and Stacy Smith had 32 years yesterday. Caleb and Haley Bratu celebrate theirs Sunday. Barbara Gowdy is 53 years old, and she says blessed. So happy birthday. Jim and Pat Coker, 11 years tomorrow. Madeline Moore celebrated 12-year birthday yesterday. And Debbie Jones has got a birthday today.
There you
so
are.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary.
Make sure to get yours into us next week. We'll be glad to talk about those. I've never been much on heavy metal. Do y'all listen to that in your spare time?
What kind of steel are you talking about?
See, there you go. Some group called Possessed, which sounds like...
That ought to be your first clue right there. I mean, if you can't get that, you ain't figured out nothing yet.
And this furthermore backs up the name of the group, because the headline read, Rock Legend Dies by Police. And I thought, man, what has happened? And then it's some heavy metal band called Possessed. Their guitar player, Brian Montana, picked on police with a gun. Matter of fact, he had 3 shooting at them. He is no longer of this earth.
That's how that works out.
They handle the situation.
Hats off.
Yeah, right there in the street, San Francisco, whoever he was, and then they go rest in peace after he was trying to harm other people. There he is, there on the right. So never heard of him.
For it. No.
Never.
Me either. Ellie's not impressed.
No,
I can tell.
not at all.
She didn't even let out a bark over that one.
Nothing.
You go for a ride?
No, leave her alone.
Julia's gonna take you for.
No, I'm not, sweet baby. I have to go apologize because Chrissy's gonna smell her the moment I walk in.
Chrissy's gonna be upset.
And
there.
she's gonna be mad.
Talk to us, Ellie.
No, tell them.
Ellie just she backs. She loves to be held. She's just one of those lap dogs that don't want to go far.
I'll hold you.
She'd be with you all day. She just don't want to ride in a car.
Last time she was here, she didn't want to sit with me. She wanted to sit with her daddy. But now you want to sit with me, huh, sis?
It all worked out.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting older and her senses are dulled.
You're so... Whatever.
Have we left off anything this week?
Man.
Go get your crawfish tickets for noon unless you want to pay extra
That's
for
right.
them. If you're into that sort of thing.
If
Are
you want to
coming?
meet Julia, go on the gate tomorrow.
It depends on the weather.
I mean, it's all afternoon.
Well,
Scotty Ray said it's going to move out.
I don't have a Scotty Ray poncho.
Well.
I highly recommend that he have some of those made. That'd be.
He needs a chin strap for his cowboy hat so it doesn't go flying.
And a plastic cover, you'd be good.
I was with that cow over at Chick-fil-A, and it went toward the police department.
I ain't no way to talk about that girl.
I'm trying, y'all. I work with them a little bit every week, hoping that we can.
We could drill a hole and take a bungee cord.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Just get the hooks
to his
On
ear.
his ears.
Yeah. Hey, if we do one of them things where they blowing them big old holes in your ear like those
gauges.
Yeah, and we could take a hook,
just loop it around.
That's right.
We got something going on.
Oh, have mercy. We've had a great time. Thank y'all for being here this week with us. Odie, as we depart, have you got a Bible verse for us?
Let's see what this here old thing's got. We're going to go. Good Lord's taking us to Philippians 1. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ. We were talking about how teaching kids begins at home.
Amen.
It does. And you have that foundation in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and you raise our kids in the Jesus Christ and put that in his heart and instill that into them. And that is what helps society. Teach your kids about Jesus. If you don't know about Jesus, learn about Jesus. Anybody can help you at a church. Go by Sunday, go to church and learn what he can do for you and change your life forever. Invite him into your heart. Talk to him daily. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll be back Monday. We're sure we'll see y'all somewhere this weekend.
Yeah. Julie, have you ever had the urge to sing Yes, Jesus Loves Me? I'll let you go if you want to take it away now. You remember that from Bible school when y'all used to sit around and sing?
Yes.
Go right ahead. I'm waiting.
No, you got to know your strengths, and that ain't
You're
it.
like me. I can't do it either.
But Ellie says y'all have a good weekend.
We end our Sunday service everybody in the church holds it up. And this little light of mine. And
I'm gonna let it
touches your heart.
shine.
You gonna let it shine.
Amen. Y'all have a good weekend. We love you. Get out, hug somebody, get up and do something.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Say bye.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.